Well, greetings everyone, and welcome to another video. This video brings me up here to Hamburg in the northern part of Berks County, to an area that has been on my list since I got my scooter last September to get up here and explore, but just didn't have the time to get up here and do it. But today I am going to attempt this. So I am up here at the Kernsville Recreation Area, which is also known as the Kernsville Dam and the Kernsville Impounding or Desilting Basin. So I am up here to ride the John Bartram Trail. From here, I'm going to attempt to go all the way out to where the trail ends, just outside of Auburn, I think, there in Schuylkill County, where the Reading and Northern crosses under the old Pennsylvania Railroad line, and that's what the John Bartram Trail is. It's part of the old Pennsylvania Railroad that ran through here. So two of my friends and fellow YouTubers have already been on this trail, JP Videos and of course RJ. They were up here, I guess, last fall or something like that, and rode the trail and everything. So I want to come up here and check it out for myself and everything, and then maybe explore part of this Desilting Basin here to see if I can find another weir. So I'm pretty sure that I will find the weir here because they did in their videos. So let's get mounted on the scooter and start heading down the trail. So it is going to be a little windy and cool today here on the trail. So right here, this is the beginning of it. And this is the old Pennsylvania Railroad bed. And right next to us is the Schuylkill Canal that went through here. So pretty interesting. Wasn't expecting to see the canal here, but that's what that is right there, is the canal. And straight across from us, that is the Reading and Northern line over there. Their line coming from Outer Station in Reading up here to the Port Clinton shops. And then over in here, I guess maybe at some point, this is going to be the continuation of the Schuylkill River Trail right there, because that's the old the railroad bed there and everything. So it's going to be a little cool today, but I came prepared for it. Got the heavier jacket and the gloves out and everything, so should be a nice ride though, up along the Schuylkill River. And we will pass along the way. We will be passing the Reading and Northern shops in Port Clinton, as the Pennsy line and the Reading line, which is what the Reading and Northern was, ran parallel to each other up through here. So here is the first remains that I found along here on this side, and over there this would have been for a signal bridge here at one time, because there is the battery, or the cement box there where they would keep the batteries in for a backup. So there is the first remains that I found so far along the trail here. And one thing, I got to make a correction here with my with the video. Back in the beginning when we got on the trail and I said that that was the Schuylkill Canal. No, that wasn't the canal back there. The canal is actually on the opposite side of the river, and there were locks over there, but unfortunately I can't get there because it's all private property. But and I can't put the drone up today either because it's too windy. So maybe at some point I'll come back up here with the drone and fly over the area and try and get some shots there where the locks were. But in the meantime, I'll insert a picture here, an old aerial photograph from the Dallin Aerial Survey Company, and you can see the area up here and what it looked like back in the day. And look at this, coming up on an old railroad bridge. So this is bridge will take us over the Reading and Northern line, and if you saw the old photograph that I just showed there, you should have been able to see this bridge in that photograph. So I will switch to the phone here and zoom in here, and you can see right over in there is the old Kernsville Dam, but we cannot get over there to it because it is posted no trespassing. And then the old locks for the canal would have been right over in that area over there. So somewhere in this area over here, which is over to the right, is where an old tunnel was at one time for the Reading line before they went and moved the Schuylkill River and then realigned the railroad and everything. So it's over off to the right here. And then down here around Route 61 is where there is where the tunnel ended. So the north part of the tunnel up here, I guess you could say it's the north part off to the right here, that was completely blown shut. You can't see it anywhere. But down along 61 is where the other entrance to the tunnel is, the opening of it. And you can only go in about 10 feet and then it's pretty much closed off. But you can see it there. The problem is getting to it safely and without trespassing. So I've been trying to research that for a while now and figure out how to get to it, but I haven't figured out how to get to it yet. So there is another remain. That looks like that could be a battery box again for something with the railroad, but I don't see any foundations along here or anything for a signal, but definitely something there. Looks like another battery box, possibly, not quite sure though. But not finding any other remains of the railroad along here as far as poles or anything like that, or even any rails or ties. Haven't seen any yet. So we are coming up and going to be passing under Route 61. So I came out from under Route 61 there and down the trail, straight over there, directly across on the other side of Route 61 is where the portal to the tunnel is over there. So just trying to figure out how to get to it over there and get to it safely and without trespassing or anything, but it is straight over, right over there. And I'm seeing some rail cars down to my left, or my right rather. And we are coming up on the Reading and Northern shops and yard. So there you can see the Reading and Northern shops there, and part of their yard right here with their cars, and Schuylkill River and Route 61 is right over there. But this piqued my interest right here. This is a neat rock formation, or a rock cut from when they put the railroad in here. There is a placard over here, and you can pause the video if you want to read that there, but it's more or less telling you how mountains are made. And you can probably see the Reading and Northern shops off to the right there. And if you want to see those shops, go to my video when I was there back in June or July, something like that, with Jamie Macon. We were there together and took a tour, of self-guided tour of their shops. So go check out that video. It'll be popping up in the corner of the screen for you. Now I can get a better shot of this F unit that they have down here that I tried getting a picture of when I visited the shop there last year. But there is an old F unit from the Central Railroad Company of New Jersey. And then right over there is an old Pennsylvania Railroad caboose. I hear some diesel engines running, and I smell them too. So if we get out here, if there's a place to pull off here, I'll stop and show you all the engines that are here. A look at their Reading and Northern's yard. You got some of the diesel locomotives running there. These ones that were down here in front of me, they just turned them off. But it looks like they got the F units there. They have under the balcony, or under the station there, whatever you want to call it there. But he's got some of his dining cars over there. I think there's one of them sitting there that he just purchased recently. And then right around here somewhere, I think it's a little bit further down here, is where the Appalachian Trail comes down, crosses over the pass, and you actually have to cross through their yard to continue on the path down into Port Clinton, and then up Route 61, where before it ventures back up the mountain over there. And right here is where the Appalachian Trail comes down off the mountain and continues on. A white blaze on the tree over there. And then right here to the right is where it goes down, and you cross over their yard to continue on. Now maybe that I'm on the side of the mountain here, maybe this wind will stop a little bit, because got like 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and when they pick up, it is cold riding. And so far I couldn't find any remains of the Schuylkill Canal on the other side of the river over there. I was kind of hoping I could find some remains, but no such luck, because Port Clinton, hence the name Port, is where they had the docks there, and they loaded the barges with the coal there, or unloaded the barges, whatever you want to call it there. And more remains along here. There's a footer there and a footer there for an old signal tower. I'm not quite sure if there were two tracks through here or if it was one track. I'll have to look at the old aerial photographs and see if I can tell how many tracks were here. Looks like they could have squeezed two in here, but maybe it was just one. So I stopped here at this bench to check this out. Apparently this was put here in memory of somebody who liked walking, probably along this trail. But the interesting thing is, right behind it there's another foundation there with bolts, and there's actually nuts on it yet. So maybe that was for another signal here, because I'm looking across over here, but I don't see anything. So not quite sure what that would have been for, but it looks like over here they were timbering out in here at one time too. But the wind stopped for now, so hopefully it'll stay that way. so I am making stops along the way here looking for geocaches, as there are some along the trail here. So if they're pretty easy to locate, like right along the trail that I don't have to walk into the woods for them, I'm stopping and getting them. But there's something interesting right here that I came across that not quite sure if that was would be something for another battery thing or whatever, because up here there is some foundations up here again with bolts and nuts on them. That would be for a signal tower again. I don't think a signal bridge was here, but because I don't see any foundations over on this side. But yeah, right here and right there was some more signals along here. So maybe that over there was something to do with batteries or something again. I don't know, I'm just guessing. It's just weird seeing something like that in the side of the hill here. And while I was here looking for the geocache that's close by here, I came across this thing. There's the remains of an old telegraph pole. I think I might have seen one a ways back outside of Port Clinton there, but I wasn't sure. But came up here to find this geocache, and yep, almost tripped over it. So far I'm finding my geocaches along here for the most part, and this is just a fantastic ride up through here. Although I don't think I'm going to be making it to the chutes. I think I'm going to have to turn around before I get to there. I think where I'm going to make it to today is called the Stony Creek Trail Access, which is just a short distance up here, but I'm actually stopping here for another geocache. So, but I think when we get up to Stony Creek Trail Access up there, we're going to turn around and head back, because by then I will just about be going through half a battery on the scooter. So let me find this geocache and then we'll continue onward. All right, found that geocache back there, but found it laying completely out in the open and not hidden or anything, and that just irks me to no end with people, that they're in such a rush to get to the next geocache just so they can pack their numbers and play the numbers game and everything and boost their stats, that they can't take the time to put the cache back properly, you know, so the paper log doesn't get ruined or anything like that. I had a number of geocaches out myself, and my geocaches went missing because people were too lazy to put the, you know, to put them back properly and re-hide them properly and everything like that, and they get you know, taken or whatever, damaged and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons that turned me off to the game and why I'm not into geocaching like that, like I used to be. I used to be into it heavily, but it just got to me with the people playing the numbers game, that they're in such a rush and they can't put things back the way they were. And yes, I do know some people who are like that. So all right, so this is the Stony Creek trail access for the river trail. I believe this is a dirt road that you use to get up here. So I think the road comes up that way, so I'm going to have to do a little bit more research, but this is probably where I'm going to come when I come back up here to continue on from this point out to the chutes, because I am not going to have a chance driving out there or riding out there with the scooter and have the battery go lower than it should be for me to get back, because I am a ways off from Hamburg right now. I'm literally out here in the middle of nowhere, so I am going to be turning around and heading back and see if I can stop along the way and find some of the other geocaches that I missed on my way out here. So enjoy the ride back.